Doing great.
Well,
Hey,
very
guys.
beautiful. Hello, hello.
I'm not able to stay anyway, but I just wanted to.
Well, no problem. Glad to see that you are here. And so let me pull up the thing that I need to pull up. Give me just a second.
Hey, Curie.
Hello, hello.
Good, good.
Now I really can't. And anyway, I just like kind of miss the people.
Oh, we miss you too.
Oh.
Missing you too.
Alrighty. Well, it seems that we have a close-knit group, which is always phenomenal in my eyes. Hi, Snake. It's so great to see all of you. Thank you all so much for coming out. Freedom was kind enough to let me host in his place. And so I'm uber excited to be spending this evening with you guys. And of course, it will not be my last. I just wish I could come here more often, but the schedule doesn't always allow itself. But I'm here now. And as he usually does, I'd like to go through the ground rules so that everyone is on the same page. Now, it's, same old, same old. If you present at the start of the show, please let me know what your BitShares account is, because afterwards I'll be sending that all to Freedom, and he will be sending you some free gifts, which is always phenomenal. And if you do present in the beginning, please, please, please stay till the whole show. We will be ending at exactly 9 p.m. because I do have an early morning tomorrow. But please stay around, vote on others as they vote on your post. We always appreciate supporting each other. And essentially, that is why we are here. Please remember to keep the chat room and post on topic of what we are discussing and respect those who are presenting. And first and foremost, let me share you this beautiful post that we hope that you guys will all shower some love. Ta-da! The most magnificent post of them all. That is Freedom's post where he is announcing the show. If you guys wouldn't mind showering that with love and leaving a little comment saying, "We miss you, come back," or something silly, is always appreciated. And since I get the whole show to myself this time, we will be doing something a little bit different. So if you are presenting, I will, and it'll be a random question. Oh, Virgo, if you could please mute your mic. Oh, there you go. I will be asking you a random question, so you can pick a number through 1 through 25, and I will ask you that question. The questions do change every time, so even if you pick the same number, it may still be a different question. So just answer the question as funny or as serious as you would like. They're intended to be silly and for us to get to know each other a little bit better. Alrighty. Thank you, PowerPix, for muting that. I tried, but for some reason it wasn't working. And hello to all the new faces rolling on in. Alrighty, so up first, we shall go with Boy Robert. Are you there, my handsome friend?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am. How's it going?
Oh, I am living the dream. Are you ready for your question?
Sure, go right ahead.
Awesome. Pick a number between 1 and 25. And while I'm reading this to you, please go ahead and get your post prepared after you're done answering. Pasta it onto the chat room. and present away. So a number between 1 and 25.
Lucky number 7.
Good man. Your question is, what's the best thing that happened to you this last?
Oh, that's a tough one. There hasn't been too much excitement in the last week. One thing, it's super exciting, but it's pretty exciting. We got a new TV. However, the first one we got was broken when we opened the box and set it up. So we called customer service, and they're able to turn around and get us a new TV within 2 days. So that was pretty exciting.
That is very exciting. Congratulations on the new TV. And I think that is a super awesome. Alrighty, if you are ready, go ahead and get your post ready. Copy paste that in the chat room for us, and you have the floor.
All right, so I posted it, but it doesn't seem like it's loading.
Give me a second, I'll do it for you.
There we go. All right, so this is the third contest for EasyDecks. This is a photography challenge. I haven't seen you in a while, Cubby. So this is the part 3. Well, it's a continuing weekly challenge with a monthly prize at the end for the number 1 photographer of the month. And this week, the competition is black and white or color photography, whatever you choose. It's open to DLS cameras or cell phones. And the theme of this week's challenge is hands and feet.
I like that. Hands and feet. So is it normally a particular color and a body part, or is that just random?
No, it's just random. I'm just trying to make it as easy as possible to get as much traction because there was some other competitions that I did where I said, take pictures of birds in your backyard. Some people said, I don't have so many birds in my backyard. And then the first competition, the first one I ever did, it was only for DSLR cameras. And some people were like, oh, I don't have one. I only have cell phone. So I'm trying to make it as global as possible. I know pretty much everybody in this room has at least one foot or hand, so we should be good.
This is true. There are not many people that I know that don't have at least one, although there are a few, but black and white. And I mean, people can be pretty creative with that. So I'm excited to see what comes from it. And I like that you made it PG rated too, because I know there's some other people that make it not so PG-13 or PG rated, which I think helps all. Blue Hearted Freedom isn't here today. I am the one running the show. So thank you so much for being here, partying it up with us. And I'll go ahead and open the floor for any comments or question for this awesome contest going on. I agree. I really like black and white. I think it helps focus on, what's the word I'm looking for? The context, the person, or the image you're going for. I'm not surprised that PowerPix says that he's not.
It could be either or. Black and white if you want, sepia, color, whatever you want. It's completely open, but it's whatever you choose.
Oh, I bet. Well, Boy Roberts, thank you so much for presenting. I truly do appreciate you being here. Don't forget to DM me your Bitrix account. And we shall be moving on. Who's ready to go next? Let's go with Edith. Did you say you didn't have a post for us today? Edith, I think you said you didn't. So go ahead and move on to Crystal Human. I have, but can't stay long. Okay. Then Crystal Human, if you want to get yours ready after Edith, you will be next. Edith, I do have a question for you. So whenever you're ready, pick a number between 1 and 25.
Okay, I'm going to pick 12. So my favorite is 7, but I think it was already picked up. Was already picked. So 12. I go with 12.
Okay, excellent. What is the luckiest thing that has happened to you?
What is it?
What is the luckiest thing that has ever happened to you?
It's difficult. I've been blessed with lucky quite a few times. But it was on tour going to the United States to a rather big tour, and we were hurrying to the airport in Barcelona to go from Spain to the United States, and we left the entire bag with the gear, the passports, the flight tickets, the computer, and in the train station. And so we realized and we got back, and we were already late for the airport. So we go back to the train station, and the bag wasn't touched with all the gear inside it and our flight tickets and everything. And then we had to take a taxi, and we made it. And actually, it was my biggest concert ever. I mean, just like I got there not knowing what to expect. Um, and there were just like over 10,000 people knowing my songs, like singing them, and I was just like, oh, this is just like out of reality. This doesn't make sense. But it was about not to go because I left my passports, flight tickets, and I was already going late for the airport and computer and everything. You know what? On our way back, we were robbed. We were assaulted and we were robbed. So it was just like karma, like you get the luck to get there and to do the tour, but when you get back on your trip, you lose it again. But then I got a lucky thing. Just like it was
Oh
so
my
odd.
gosh.
It was just like weird. I mean, just like this is karma. What? Just like at the moment I got back from the tour and the journey, I was robbed. My gear and my passport and everything. Anyway, but my fan
Oh
base,
my gosh. What
they
are the odds? Don't tell me that. I'm about to go and travel overseas. I don't want to hear any of these horror stories.
I know, but it got fixed because my fan base made a crowdfunding without me knowing, and they sent to my door almost everything that had been taken away. So I take it as lucky at the end.
As you should, as you should. You're of high spirits, that's for sure. All right, Edith, go ahead and copy and paste your post for us, and tell us a little bit about it.
So again, is a multidisciplinary post. It's the song. It's a video clip. Actually, it's filmed through many forests. It seems that there is one forest, but it's filmed in many locations and different forests in my area. And it's also a special song because it features my isopod pet. Yes, I had an isopod pet for 3 years, and a friend deer that I have made. I have befriended a stark, and it appears for a couple of frames there. So the post includes also the art, design of Grow. It includes the video clip. It includes the making of. It includes the song, of course, and on top of all of that, the song itself, it's about growing when the time is right. We behold through the seasons growth in nature, but the message of the song in the video is also not that nature is healing, of course, but that sometimes we have to wait for the right time to grow, and that the tallest trees, even the tallest trees, come from a small seed, and the ones that become tall and are the ones that endure through the seasons, the ones that face the winds, the ones that support winters, and so they grow. So even if you think you have stalled or hibernate or maybe waiting for your leaves to unfold, remember everything is cyclical, and there comes a light, and when the time is right, you have to be ready to grow. And I really hope you like the song. It's quite a long post, but you have, I think, a lot of different things from different fields to get interested. You have photography, you have art design, you have the video clip, which is what I would watch first, and you have the song and the meaning, and I really hope you like it.
I always love how thorough you are, and please wait until you're called to post a link. I really love how thorough your posts are, and it's interesting that you mentioned growth, because that seems to be a very common word this week, especially for me. But I wonder if it's the same for anyone else. But beautiful post as always. I love the imagery that you create. I even love the outfits. Did you make this dress yourself?
No, actually, it is said in the post. It was made by one of my listeners is a designer from Hong Kong, and actually,
Wow.
they're quite expensive, and I didn't know. And she contacted me to make a custom dress for a concert that I had in Baltimore in 2006 for Jim Henson Company, but it weren't in time. And then she decided to switch the colors, and she asked me, what colors would you like? And I say, I want a dress that looks like the forest, because I want to do a video. And so she sent me this dress. It's a selection from, she's a designer from Hong Kong, and she sent it for free, and paid all customs and everything, just because she usually listens to my music and was grateful. So I'm not complaining about that. It was a beautiful dress, and actually the whole video was filmed during spring and summer. And it is not that I was wearing it to film the video. It is just like I hiked all this forest wearing like an elf gig with that on almost every single weekend. So we just put all the
I would think that you would like it, because I've seen so many people do crossplay, I want to say, reenacting of different scenes and things like that. My drive to and from work at one of my old jobs, that I would think that that'd be common while you were filming and recording, but maybe not so much. But beautiful post as always. Let me go ahead and post it in there again for everyone to see. Any comments or questions from anyone?
Nope.
Alrighty, hearing none. There it is one more time, as Freedom likes to say. Get voting on it, folks. Alrighty, and then I'm pretty sure I said, was it Crystal Human? Did I mention that you were going to be next? Are you there? Are you going to be chatting with us? Because you got to pick a number. Oh, I still got to listen to it a little bit later. I'll get distracted if I try listening to now. Crystal Human, are you having some technical difficulties? Because I don't hear you. There he goes. Will he come back? Alrighty. Crystal, if you are there, and would you like to present a post while Crystal Human gets his mic?
Sure, I can do that.
But before you do, pick a number between 1 and 25 for me.
Ooh, I'm kind of scared, but I'll go with 21 because I miss being 21.
Okay, don't be scared. It's going to be great. All right, so number 21. 21. What is something you think everyone should do at least once in their life?
Okay, I'm going to be such a geek right now, but you should watch Doctor Who because it's the best thing ever. And if you've never watched it, you should give it a try.
See, that was painless. Go ahead and present your post for us, please.
Okay, I'm going to do my most recent post, and I have been really working hard on my formatting, and I have really incorporated into my fitness posts, and this is one of them. It's talking much how much I hate cardio because I'm more of a weightlifting person, and when I have to do a cardio workout, I'm like so ugh. And this, I do my very best to show and explain how much I struggle with it, but I survived, and I went on and I did my best.
I gotta say, I definitely see some major improvements in your post. It looks beautiful. Look at all that formatting in there, and it definitely looks like you're getting stronger. Tell us a little bit about this workout you're doing.
Yes, it's called Cardio Flow. It's from ADD Obsession. It's from Beachbody. Pretty much you do the certain amount of moves. It's like 6 reps each, like jumping squats. You do wide and narrow, and then you do them for so many rounds. I actually had to hit pause a few times because even though when I modify, I can still get out of breath pretty easily. So I do have to hit pause a few times, but it's one of those things you got to do. And as for the formatting, it's because Carrie Allen, I talked about a couple weeks ago on here, but she did I found this great formatting post, and it had like everything in there. And I've kind of been using that for this post to try to make my post look better. I was even shocked somebody used upvote bot thing on there because they liked it so much. I got like a 5% thing, so that was pretty cool.
That's amazing. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you. Go ahead and DM me that formatting post that you like, because I love formatting posts. And so any new tricks I can learn is always welcome, which is really cool. Well, it looks like you're getting stronger. You can definitely tell, and you're enjoying it. I know that workout is not easy. And not only are you getting stronger, but your posts are getting significantly better, which is awesome. Any questions or comments from anyone else?
Yeah, I know that I can agree that cardio kind of sucks, but have you thought of maybe taking on like some kind of like activity or sport? Because that usually makes the cardio way more enjoyable.
For me, it is so hard to, because I'm not really a sporty person, because the only sport I ever really probably played in school was like soccer, and I wasn't allowed because it was against my parents' religion sort of thing. So around here, I guess the only sport I probably other do that is I do cycle, but it's just been so hot outside. Anybody that lives in Maryland, it's been like 90, 100-degree days. It's been pretty rough. I don't know. Like, I try to do it at night, like just before the sun sets, because that's the only really doable time, because if I don't drink enough water, I can get very lightheaded. And lightheaded on a bicycle isn't good. QB, I'm just gonna put the formatted post in chat if you don't mind.
If you wouldn't mind just DMing it to me, I would really appreciate it, because I don't think anyone else had asked for it, and we really want to keep it on topic. And it's Cubby. Don't be those who call me the other name. Think like a cupboard, like Cubby, but with a K. Cubby. You got it. Thank you.
So it's not Tubby.
Exactly. Oh. Thank you so much for your beautiful post and for sharing a little bit.
I have a question for her, please.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead.
Yeah, please. I really want to find out what is really keeping you going, because I've tried starting some kind of exercise, but that consistency is not there. So I want to know what keeps you going. Are there some days where when you skip your daily routine?
For me, I was actually, because before I started doing these kind of intense workouts, I actually started with walking. I used to be 300 pounds, actually. I lost 100 pounds. So for me, because the reason I started this journey was because I got to my grandmother's weight and I knew my health was going to go there. I'm like, I'm going to die early if I don't do something. And, I don't have health insurance, so I can't afford to have all these health problems in my future. So I always think about that. And for me, it's like I don't want to have the same health problems that everybody else in my family does. And since I have bad genetics, that can be a little discouraging, but I just think about how much I have gotten so far. And even if you just do walk-in at first, it's a good starter. You just have to find something you love. I truly love weightlifting, so that kind of helps me through my cardio days, because I actually really, that's probably my favorite thing to do is weightlifting. I love to do combat, like those sort of things. And for me, it's just think about, it's for my health, and that's what keeps me motivated, because I don't want to have the same issues as my grandmother. And because of her weight, she has a lot of sickness, and that's how I keep myself motivated.
Do you drink
All right, that's great.
as well?
What was that, Cube? I didn't get it.
Do you drink Shakeology as well with the program?
No, I know Beachbody loves that thing. It actually made me break out everywhere. I was actually, because it does work. I will say Shakeology is okay. Like, I think I lost like 10 pounds the first month I used it, but I was breaking out in places where I didn't know a woman could break out in. And then it was starting to crawl up my neck and stuff. So it's like, okay, this isn't for me. And I gave it to my brother because it didn't break him out. So it just didn't work with me. I'm allergic to some weird stuff. So it's just probably one ingredient in there that is, but it does work. So if you're not allergic to it, it's great.
Wow. Alrighty. Well, thanks for sharing about that and for being consistent, even though, the drink part of it didn't work out for you. I know a lot of people will do one or the other. Most will do both. And I definitely know that working out at home was not for me. I had to go to the gym and be part of like a workout group. Really helped keep me motivated. But it's tough because the diet part, I think, is what gets me. But girl, you keep going strong. You're motivating a lot of people. And Java Lord, I hope that one day you'll be posting like Crystal and telling us about your progress with your workouts.
Sure. Pretty soon.
Very cool. Let us know what kind of fun, crazy things you find. Alrighty.
Sure.
Thank you so much for sharing, guys. I appreciate it. Any final words before I let you go?
Thanks for all the love, people, and thank you, QB, for noticing my formatting, because I'm like, I wonder what QB thinks of my formatting, because I've been trying really hard.
Girl, when you said that you've been working really far, I opened that post so quickly, and I was like, what? Look at those banners. Look at those emojis left and right. She even got them in between her titles, and they're centered, and her text is adjacent. I'll see what you're doing there. I'll see you.
Thanks. I'm trying. Yeah. When you get to look at that thing I sent you, it's a really good formatting guide. And Carrie Allen's, it's 3 months old, but if anybody ever wants to get some tips, just DM me and I'll DM you it, because it really helped my formatting, as you can see in this post. If you look at my older one,
I wouldn't mind.
Very cool. Alrighty. So up next we have Mum Tan's husband. I don't think I said that right. Well, he has it muted, so he's not even hearing. So we'll go ahead and we'll move on. Power picks. Do you have a lovely post for us? Or are you just here for moral support? You're just streaming. I feel so popular. Alrighty. Now I don't know how to say your name. Burju? Brujo? Are you there?
Es was hard in Spanish.
Oh, do you speak Spanish?
I do. It's funny how everybody says his name because it's in Spanish and everybody's Brugio, Jojo, and it's Wizard.
I'm so
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Hello, my friend.
Hello.
How are you?
Fine. Fine, and you?
I am doing great. Now, if you'll pick a number between 1 and 25, I'll ask you a question so we can get to know you a little bit.
I'll pick 2. Number 2.
Yes! That's an excellent one. Thank you. All right. What's your dream car?
Dream car. Let me think. I am not a real fan of big cars or anything like that. I will go with hard. It's a very hard question, and let me think. A Beetle, Volkswagen.
I know that car very well. That is actually extremely popular in Brazil. So excellent choice. Thank you for sharing with us. Do you have a post that you'd like to share with the group?
And sure, let me give you the link. There it is.
Excellent. Tell me a little bit about it.
Well, this is my second time here, and the post is one of my beats. I'm an amateur lo-fi hip-hop producer, and I came a couple of weeks ago to Steam to promote my music. And I have met several people, amazing amazing musicians, and I already collaborated with one, Divine. She is an excellent producer, and she gave me the opportunity to present myself on the SMA channel, SMA server, and the post explains what's the meaning behind the track, and well, there's that.
Now, your mic is a little bit hard to hear, so I won't keep you on for too long. But I just wanted to say welcome. I didn't realize you hadn't been on the platform for so long and for sharing your talent with us. That's really awesome, and I love that you're collaborating with other people as well. Really quick, share with us what got you into music in the first place.
Well, since I was little, I came from a family of musicians. So I started listening to rock, classic rock, 70s rock. And I started to listening to hip hop thanks to my neighbors. They were fans of hip hop music. And I started digging the music, and I started composing raps here in my country and composing songs. And I played a little bit of the guitar, but I never wanted to be a singer or anything like that. I discovered lo-fi hip hop a couple of years ago, and I fell in love with the genre. And a couple of months ago, I decided to start making it myself. It has been amazing. Hard, but amazing.
We were just talking about that with a couple of friends of mine, of how the journey will take you through so many emotions, and you never know what the tomorrow will look like. But you'll never forget those first few days, those first few months, those first few years. So keep at it. I'm gonna listen to this a little bit later after the show, but I appreciate you coming on. Does anyone have any questions or comments for our lovely guest? And how do I pronounce your name in Spanish?
It's Brujo.
Ah, Brujo. Okay, very cool. Very good. I'm excited. Alrighty. Let me see who I got up next. My friend of all and new friend of mine, Java Lord, do you have a post for us? Java, Java. ¿Dónde estás, Java? How are you, my friend?
I'm fine.
Would you like to pick a number between 1 and 25 for me, please?
I'll go for number 1 since everyone is running away from it.
Excellent number. All right. So the very first one, let me scroll all the way back up. Okay. It's worth spending more on to get the best. What's worth spending to get the best?
Sorry, say again.
I'll post it in chat too because it's kind of a complicated question. But what's worth spending more on to get the best? So more time on, more effort on, or even more money on in order to get the best, in your opinion. So this can be anything.
Relationship.
Ooh, that's a very good answer. Now, why do you say that?
Yeah, because you really have to invest, spend much on it in order for you to get best out of relationship. You need to give in your time, you need to give in your energy, you need to be there for the other person. You really need to invest much on it so as to get a lasting and wonderful relationship.
I agree. And all those things tie in well. I'm glad that was one of the first things that came to mind. Steve,
Yeah.
I hate to see you go. I was hoping you could go next. So if you could stick around just for a couple more minutes, I'd really appreciate it. But if you must go, we'll let you go. Java, thank you so much.
I wouldn't mind.
Sorry, go ahead.
I wouldn't mind if he can take my turn, then I take his turn if he has to go now.
Oh, she said she'll wait after you. So you go ahead and you share your love post with us.
It's actually about a project in utopian.io. Utopian is a community that promotes open source projects. There are various applications and sites that are open source and that they whitelist. Users are allowed to come and look into those apps, make contributions to it. If you find any bug on it, you can report it. If you have an idea on how to improve such a project, you can bring it on. Utopia.io, they promote such ideas and they reward such ideas. So this is one of the posts or one of the reports I did for them about an app. Is a new app, Steemit app. That's the name of the app. It's a kind of a mobile app for Steemit. So I got some bugs. The app wasn't working fine. So I did the report on Utopian. So basically, it's a kind of report to Utopian.
Wow, very nice. And you said this is a Steemit app?
Yes, the app is a Steemit app. Steemit app. That's the name. That's actually the name of the app. It can be downloaded on Google Play. It's a kind of mobile app for Steemit.
Very nice. I've heard of another app that they have, and it was giving me a ton of issues before, and they finally fixed it. I'm glad to see that someone else came out with a different version. I wonder how similar and how different it is.
Yeah, we actually have about 4 apps that are Steemit app. We have eSteam, we have Steamia, we have this Steam app, and there's one that came out new. I can't recall the name now.
Okay, very cool. And does it work I think it's Steamify or something like that I had. Is it very similar to that one?
Yes, something like that. Yeah.
Very cool. Alrighty. Any comments or questions from anyone in the group? Don't be shy, friends. Alrighty. I will put it up there one more time. Get voting on it. Let me just place it there. And thank you so much for sharing. Without further ado, my lovely sneakity snake.
Yes, I am.
It's so great to hear your voice, my love. How are you?
I'm slithering fine. Busy, but fine. And how are you, Cubby?
I am living the dream on air, and PowerPix is here to witness it all and record it, apparently. I had forgotten about that minor detail.
That is amazing.
Digitized forever on YouTube.
It's so true. Forever. Now, Snake, pick a number between 1 and 25 for me, please.
I'll pick number 13.
Ooh, there's a fun number.
I like number 13.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay, number 13. Here we go. What do you hope never changes?
Good Lord, you do have some amazing questions that make people think. Oh, dear. I hope that winter never changes. At least not more than it already has. We need strong winters. Yes.
Wow, strong winters. You, my friend, are not for the faint of heart. Now, why do you think strong winters should never change?
Well, sadly, they are changing a lot here. We don't get as much snow anymore. I think cold weather is healthy as well. It cleans the air in some ways. It kills the bugs, all the bugs. And if you have a strong winter, you have less mosquitoes. So, strong winters.
I guess that's true. And then we could all just be in so much pain because it's winter. But yet, if you can survive, anyone can survive. So,
winters are amazing. I hate summer. I'm really not happy right now.
Oh man, you should go to Alaska. It's pretty cold. Or Canada. It's pretty chilly up there.
Yeah, would love to.
Or Greenland. Alrighty, my love. Do you have a beautiful post that we could all admire?
Well, I hope I do.
Well, I hope you do as well.
There it is. You got snacked. It's my little operation. Yeah. Say hello to Snicky. Hello. God. It's late. Sorry. Forgive me. It's my curation project. This is number 15. Started counted again, by the way. It first started the curation project back in January when I won the MAM contest for MSP. And then later I continued doing it, and now I'm doing it together with a wonderful team of curators. And 2 times a week we throw out this compilation post and hopefully give people some visibility on their post, because I think that's the most important thing. If you are new or if you're old, it's your audience that you want to connect with, and that's what we are doing.
I love this project. This one is so great. I was lucky enough to be selected at one point. And we see some familiar faces as well from whom you've picked this week, one of which I haven't heard of, so I'm excited to go check them out. Now, if you had to pick one out of the ones that you selected, which one would you give a shout out to and why?
Ooh, that's a hard question because I always like to be politically correct. Is that funny? Let me see.
So many good ones to choose from too, and some of our friends here have been there, and some whom I haven't seen in a while. So I would be curious. I hope that everyone who looks at this leaves a lovely comment and shows support, but also checks out one of the artists. They're all so different from who she's selected. There are a few that are similar, but they're quite interesting, and I think you would enjoy a few of them.
Yeah, I'd like to say so too.
If you can't pick one, why don't you tell us what sticks out to you in general when you're selecting these posts?
Well, for this time I will make an exception, and I would say I would like everybody to take a look at Stephen Wood. I think he has been here a few times as well. His posts are seriously amazing. They are well built. He does very much research and takes a lot of time to write his post. I believe the post that I tagged took him 2 days to write, and it's just amazing. And you would just have to read it and be amazed. His writing style, his formatting, everything is amazing. And I also like to give a shout out to, Doctor Who lover. She started doing a little different formatting as well, and it's amazing. Crystal, you are doing good too.
Oh, that's so sweet. And it's so true. I just clicked on his to check out as well, so I'm excited to give it a read. Any comments or questions before Sneak leaves us for the night?
Yeah, I have one. Since you mentioned this person, Stephen Wood, I was just wondering what he usually writes about.
He writes about different topics, I think. I have not read all of his work, but he has been here a few times as well, and mostly life, things that happen in life, and very in depth. Yes, when he comes on the show, he is very wordy. He can't stop writing. He can't stop talking. So,
Just kind of like personal experiences.
Did you hear that, Snake?
No, sorry.
Oh, I just asked if there was personal experiences that he shares in his posts.
I can't say if it's about all the posts. So I never asked him. No, I can't answer that.
Oh, okay. Well, no problem if you don't know. It's okay. I will gladly check him out. Thanks for the recommendation.
Yes, you're welcome. He's a very awesome writer, and check him out. Check them all out, by the way.
Check them like a sneakity snake would.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. I appreciate you being on, presenting, and hanging on, even though it's getting uber late over there. It's always great to hear from you.
Oh, thank you for having me. And yes, I have to run. It's almost 2 a.m. again. Oh.
Yikes. No, off to bed you go.
Yes.
Go ahead. Alrighty. I think she's off. Good night and sneak it off. Alrighty, up next we have Gail Joycer. Gail, are you there?
Yes, I'm here, but I'm having problems with the internet connection, so my posts have been posting it since like 6 p.m. So if I can be called later, I will appreciate it. Maybe I can solve this and post my post some way in the minutes ahead.
Okay, I hope that works out. We'll come back to you in a little bit. Alrighty, no problem. I hate when that happens. Alrighty, Katrin, mi amore, are you there?
Yes, mi amore, I am here.
Ah, Bella, como ça va?
Oh, I don't speak that language. I was just trying to repeat what you said.
You did so well. You had me fooled. Well, I just asked how you were.
Doing good. I'm doing way better than I did last Sunday. I think I was here last Sunday too, if I'm not being mistaken. But I got so sunburned last weekend, and I finally feel good and finally can put clothes on too.
That is a major plus. I'm sure your husband is quite upset about that new reality, but as long as you're not in pain anymore. Would you like to pick a number between 1 and 25 for?
Yes, I'll go for number 9.
Excellent. Number 9. If you suddenly became a master at woodworking, what would you make?
do I have to say, like, in general what I would be making, or just like one thing that I would like to make?
However you would like to answer that, like one particular thing or in general. The question is yours to do with what you like.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I would make if I could do something, but maybe I would just start making doors.
Why doors?
I mean, doors are kind of cool. You can open them and close them. They keep your house from uninvited guests.
This is true. I'm quite interested to see what kind of doors you would make.
I'll probably try to make nice doors with thick wood and probably put some gloss on them and just make really nice doors.
This sounds quite fancy. Maybe you should pick up this this new hobby and check it out and see, and then post about it so we can all see your wild adventure.
Yeah, maybe I should get this the kind of saw that's like a table sort of, and they just I guess I don't know how to say that, but they just work on wood with it, on big logs of wood, and they break it apart and make doors like that.
Phenomenal. Well, I think you just might have found your new calling in life, is to make wooden doors. That could be a thing. Should be a thing. You should make it a thing. But anyways, do you have a post you'd like to share with us today?
Well, since I'm here, I might as well present a post.
I mean, why not, right?
Yep, just give me a second. Okay, this post is a contest for, I think it's Fuzzies and Power Picks contest for fan art for EOSTalk Forums. And last year, whenever EOS was announced, I made some art with my cats and EOS logos, and I loved doing that so much, and I couldn't wait for another one. I was like, this is like the best thing ever, to put EOS logos and my cats in the same picture. But this one is, I wrote a little tiny bit about it, that in a perfect world, Ned and Dan, they would be friends, and they would eat Thanksgiving dinner together, and my kitties would be there too, and they would be all good to each other, hanging out, having fun, just being good kitties.
This is awesome. I think I've seen one other post like this, but why don't you tell us more about the contest for those who haven't?
Well, so as Walrus explained to me, because I was confused before, I thought that it was a platform like Steemit coming out for EOS, but turned out that that EOS Forums, they're gonna have their own blockchain that's gonna run on Steam code, and they're gonna launch soon. And so I assume, to spread the word, they encourage people to create some art and invite them over to discussion.
Well, I think your cats are going to become famous, and they're going to have to make it part of their new platform in some shape or form, because this is freaking awesome.
I also made a post last year saying that my cats created Bitcoin, but that was a very long post. It was so hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing while photoshopping them, but it's another story.
That's amazing. I love it so much. Any comments or questions from any of our audience guests?
They're just very impressed.
I think they're drooling over your cats, like, oh, how do I steal these from her? You know, they're planning to steal them all.
Yeah, these cats, two of them, the ones on the right and the one in the back, they were rescued from a shelter, and the one on the left is the one that I brought to the United States from Russia.
international cats nonetheless. How fancy is that?
Yeah, she's been with me on 3 planes. She's such an international kitty.
Wow, how did she do on the plane?
She's actually been doing pretty good, except for the last plane where she shit and pissed on herself. But like at that point, we've already we've traveled for about 2 days, so I don't blame her for doing that. Luckily, I had a spare. Like they have like little shits that are also diapers, so I just like switched that and threw the other one out. So it wasn't that big of a deal.
Oh, man, made it work. Hey, Krista, thanks for showing up. It's always great to see you. Very cool. I'm going to post your post on here one more time. I get voting on it, guys. It has the cutest cats one could possibly imagine. And why I wasn't invited to the Thanksgiving dinner, I'll never know.
Well, I just wanted to keep it between Dan and Ned and my kitties. There's no other human beings there. Well, they were originally, but they are behind my cat's photos.
So you're saying that the cats took over. Makes sense. Alrighty. All right, very cool. Thanks for sharing. Alrighty, and up next, I have that Sweeney guy. My friend, are you there?
I am here. Unfortunately, I am not really in a position to present a post tonight. I'm just here for some good old-fashioned voyeurism. I'm listening along. I haven't really been typing. I don't have a post. I was going to share someone else's, but kids, right?
Alrighty. Well, do you have time to pick a number between 1 and 25 and at least answer the question so we can get to know you a little bit?
Sure. If I'm picking a number between 1 and anything, it is always pi, 3.14.
Excellent. That is like almost a 4, and we'll go with that. What age do you want to live to?
What age do I not want to live to? I want aging to stop. Honestly, I want to live, 300-400 years old. I think I'd be okay. 600 ideally, but I'll take what I can get.
Fair enough. I mean, especially when you have kids, I know you want to see them and everything that they accomplish. So that makes sense. Very Mike in.
We're getting really close to being able to just stop aging with, I'm going to be a cyborg. So as many of my pieces as I can replace keep me going as long as possible. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to live as long as possible. You're not getting rid of me that easy.
A fighter till the very end. Good for you, my friend. Alrighty. Well, I hope things with the kiddos are fun tonight. If you get a moment and you like to present, go ahead and DM me and I'll give you a turn. Let's see.
Alrighty, you guys have a good night. I'll be listening along. I'll show everybody's posts some love as soon as I can.
Appreciate you. Alrighty, and then Samist, are you there? I don't think I saw you typing anything, but I see you are listening in. Maybe he's just pretending to listen. Who knows? Samus, are you there? Come back to us. So Chunky, you want to come on air and something? Oh, Samus.
Yeah, I am.
How are you?
I'm very well. And you?
Oh, I am living the dream, my friend. Thank you so much for asking. Do you want to pick a number between 1 and 25?
Well, I'm just coming in, so I'm not yet settled down. So I'll be on standby. I'll get back to you. I will be on standby.
Aw, come on.
I'm very much available, but just give me some few minutes. I'll get back to you.
All right, all right, all right. I'll give you a pass this one time only. And guys, that is not a number he picked, actually. You little nasties. But yo, Chunky, you coming on air or what? You gonna present a post? Are you gonna pick a number? You gonna do something with your life?
Well, I don't know if I'm gonna do something with my life or present a post, but I could definitely pick a number.
My man, hit me with a number.
Let's do 12.
Good, excellent number. So much better than what I thought you were gonna say.
Boom,
All right,
baby.
let's. Here we go. What question would you most like to know the answer to?
Well, that's a good one. Make me think. What question would I like the answer to? What happened to Harambe?
Now,
No,
why?
I'm kidding.
You gotta give me a little
Let's
bit more.
let's see. That's a good question. All right. So, do dogs have souls like people? Like, do they go to heaven and hell? Or is it true that they're soulless? Because my dog definitely feels like it has a soul. Very deep.
Yeah, it's very deep. Now, is that because you want your dog to come with you during the after or in the afterlife?
Well, I want one of my dogs, not the other one.
Oh, snap.
So, is that
okay?
where you go as well? Like, interesting.
I'll take one. I mean, two is a lot, I think.
Yeah, especially if other people are bringing their pets too. I mean, it might get kind of wild.
Yeah, probably packed. I can imagine all those dogs barking. Shit, I don't think I'd want it that many dogs. But yeah, I'd like to take one. Her name's Sapphire, and she's amazing.
Do you have a picture of Sapphire you could share with the group?
I don't. I'm not much of a picture guy, but no, I don't. I could show you, like, I don't know, a gem, and it could be the same thing.
So you love your dog with your dog? Explain.
I'm sorry?
You love your dog, but you don't take pictures with your dog? I don't understand.
No, the thing is, I'm not really a picture guy. I don't even have a phone. Well, I do now because it's been 2 weeks since I bought this one. But you know, I don't know. I'm not much of a picture guy overall. But yeah, I'm pretty sure my mom has a few pictures, or my girlfriend slash wife.
Well, hopefully you.
Good save. Good save.
I know, right?
She's not listening and she can't understand English, so I'm good.
Did you forget that she was your wife and you called her your girlfriend?
I'm just so used to us being like best friends that I forget that we once got married.
That's awesome. That's the best answer.
Hell yeah.
All right, cool. Do you have a post to share with us that hopefully has some soul in it?
Well, not really one of mine. I mean, I could share a post from one of my projects, but it's in Spanish and probably, I don't know, you wouldn't understand it.
I would.
Pretty,
actually.
though.
Why don't you go ahead and put it on there anyways, and you can explain to us in English why it is an amazing post, regardless of what language it's written in.
Okay, cool. Give me a sec.
Just keep waiting, waiting, waiting. What do you do while we wait? Boom! There it is.
There it is. All right, so this is our second run, or like the second series. Last series, because I have shows every week on Wednesdays, and last series we had like the BitShares hangout where everybody would like listen to the updates that were being done on the BitShares English hangout. Well, we had people to translate them and do in Spanish. I decided to change up the scheme of things a little bit and give it a bit more dynamic to it, because it was a bit stale. It was just like really hard to digest all this information for a person that barely understands what BitShares is and the ecosystem. So I added a few components of what crypto in general is to it as well. So that way, people that don't understand what crypto is get a good look at what crypto is, and also learn a bit more about what BitShares is at the same time. In a better manner, not better, but in a different manner, from which the English ones take place. So that way, I get a little bit more engagement. People are like, okay, cool, I'm learning over here, and this place is nice. So yeah, the post is pretty. It's got a nice little layout, but it's mostly content. As you know, I'm not much of a blogger, dude. I'm just, I'm Chucky.
Indeed. Chucky with a wifey.
Waifu.
Thanks for translating. And you have a Spanish and an English show, or is it interchangeable?
Well, the English, though, is done by Fuzzy and Power Picks and the rest of the Beyond Bitcoin team. And what I do is I take them to Spanish because I'm getting a big group of people around the ecosystem that are like Spanish speaking, and I just feel like I don't want to leave them out because they have that language barrier. So I want to tag them along with our things,
And I'm hoping as our ecosystem continues to grow and expand that we'll have multiple shows in multiple languages. That would be the ultimate dream in my eyes.
That would be amazing, Cubby. Yeah, I believe that the language barrier between communities is like such a must. There's so much like French community, Korean community, and stuff that they don't even know these things that we do exist. So what better way than to bring them to their own language? And Brujo, I'm from Argentina.
So true. I work for a technology company, and they have figured out how to translate multilingual websites across the nation. And if we could do that with Steemit and really bridge the gap that we see with people who speak a different and write in a different language, it would be phenomenal. Unfortunately, Google Translate does not do the post justice. And I've seen so many great posts written in other languages, and I just wish that, learning a third and fourth and fifth language came as easily as learning just one, because that would be phenomenal.
Awesome, Cubby. Well, it was great talking to you a little bit. And I usually don't come on these shows as well, but I saw that it was nice and chill in a small environment, and this is my kind of thing,
It's always great to see you around. We definitely haven't heard from you in a while, but I've been a little MIA as well. So thanks for hopping in and sharing with us. It was great to hear from you. There's this post again, guys. I get showering it with some love. As you may notice, it is not written in English, but it has, as he just explained, the show that hosts and explains these various topics is hosted in English, and he translates it for the Spanish community, which is freaking awesome. Hopefully one day we'll be able to bridge the gap between more communities that speak different languages, which is always phenomenal. Up next, we have the one and only Gail, who finally got his post to post. Didn't you, my friend? But you won. You won. And that's awesome. But before we get ahead of ourselves,
a number, right?
A very specific number between 1 and 25.
That will be 16.
Ooh, that was so close to my favorite number. All right. Number 16 is, who inspires you to be?
Well, hard question. I think there are many people who inspires me to be better, but if I will have to pick one right now, my mentor, my professor at university. She's a really smart girl. A lady. She's one of my, it's one of my fundamentals for going through all the university world, and I've been learning tons from her. She's done marvelous. She has, taken me under her wing and taught me all she knows. So she always inspired me to do my best and always improve when it comes to my work as a professor at the university.
That is awesome. That is really, really cool. Thank you for sharing. I think most mentors don't realize the influence they could have until you hear someone talk about them. So I'm sure that they would be honored that they have had such a positive
Yes,
influence.
indeed.
Well, you fought a good fight and you won and you're victorious. So go ahead and share us this amazing post so that we can all hear about it.
Did the link went through? Yes.
Go ahead.
Well, I just write, I'm sharing with you a simple poem I wrote like 2 years ago. It's about holding hands. For me, that's something really special between people, holding hands. And it's something that I love to do. And in that occasion, I feel like I was stealing that holding hands moment. And so I wrote about it. And if you allow me, I would read it to you with my barely non-practiced English, but I would try.
Well, I love your accent. So go ahead, my friend.
And so here it goes. I stole a holding hands while sleeping next to you. Tried to find my way for deserving your affections. Touches and caresses, battling to conquer your body. But before I gave up, letting you rest free, short and simple, you hugged me. Rounded me strong and safe. In my chest, your hand I held. We crossed our fingers, we crossed our thighs. When you seemed unrest at night, my palm in your chest gave you a slow rhythm to ease your heart back to dreaming. And when my hand left yours, you found your way to hold it again and keep us connected. I stole a holding hands while sleeping next to you, but I never imagined you'd do the same. It's really short, but it describes that moment when I was reaching for that hand and I never expected some reciprocity, but I had it, so I was really happy about it. So happy I wrote these lines. So I will. That's what the one I wanted to share with you. Hope you like it.
Oh my gosh, I love it. It was so beautiful. And you drew those hands yourself?
Yes, I just drew it today for the cover, to give a cover to my post. Made it with watercolors.
Wow, it was beautiful. Now, the tone was interesting because it was very romantic. But I wonder if it was also a little bit sad. Can you talk to us a little bit about the emotions you were trying to convey while writing this?
Yes, it was a little bit sad because I knew that moment it was a one-night thing, and I realized it was just that. But I didn't want it to be like that in the inside. But it's just what it was going to be, and I accepted it. And nonetheless, I wanted to hold that hand in that moment, and I just got the moment, and that's part of my memory now. But so it's a little bit sad, yet it was really special.
I agree. I think it was very, very special. Any comments or questions from anyone in the audience? It was short. It was beautiful. I'm sorry it took you, I think you said hours to post it.
No worries, and thank you for your patience. You've been very kind.
Oh, absolutely. And it was worth it. I even love the drawing you made. It look so realistic. When I first saw it, I thought it was something that you borrowed online. And then when I saw the bottom that you had made it, I was quite impressed. So bravo, my friend. It was every hint of frustration, and I'm glad that you made it. Absolutely. Alrighty, and I think we have gone through the entire list. I see Blue Hearted has joined us. Are you there, my friend? Is there a post that you would like to present? Silence. I see Samist typing away. Woohoo! Samist, you're ready! I knew this day would come. But you know what has to come first? It's a beautiful number between 1 and 25.
Yeah, I know. So can I pick now?
Absolutely. What number would you like?
Okay, I'll go with 11.
Ooh, very good. I was just looking at number 11. All right. What is something you will never do again?
Oh, my. Okay, I will never go into proxy scheme again because 2016 was a year that if I should explain it, I lost most of my the money I've been saving when I put my money into all these proxy scheme because I actually want to get more, let me say, income and also multiply the savings I have in my bank.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. That's always tough when you think it's going to be something good and you give into it and it doesn't end up working out. But lesson learned, and I'm glad that you did. But good news is now you get to share a post with all of us, and we will all do our best to comment and upvote it and listen to everything you have to say. So whenever you're ready, go ahead and share a post with us. Oh, Samist, you have left us. Where have you gone? Come back. Simus, where did you go? Grab your post and post it so that we could all vote. Where did he go? He was just here. Oh, and then he left us. Technical difficulties, my friend. Technical difficulties. Yes, we are restarting as we speak. He was going so well. Ta-da! And he's back. Oh, man. You gotta love it when the show keeps on keeping on. Hello from Venezuela.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, my friend.
Yeah, I was just speaking to myself. I don't know that I'm.
That's
Oh
okay.
my.
I forgot to push the button, so I was talking to myself for a while, and then someone said, "Did the show end?" And I was like, "Really? You can't hear me?" And then I realized what I had done.
Well, so you guys have not been hearing me since?
No, we heard what you said about what you would never do again, and then
Okay.
and then I said something, and then I asked for your post, and it went silent. So I don't know what was the last thing
Wow.
I heard. I know.
Wow. I was just explaining what has happened and what made me to say I'm not going to be doing that thing again. So I never knew that I'm already I was not online. I was just talking, man. But it's fine. It's
No
fine.
problem. So as I said before, I'm sorry for all that you had lost when you had entrusted this investment that you had made. But the good news is you get to share a post with us now, and we will do the best we can to comment and upvote and listen to you as you tell us more about it. So go ahead.
Okay. All right. Well, actually, the post I have, I is just like the show that I've been running for is close to a year now. When I joined the wheelchair community, so I've been doing this show on my community, and it has been affecting the people around me, and also that belongs to the community, and it is all about shouting out what wheelchair community is all about, what they offer, and the benefit that people can get from it. And I normally have the show, the hangouts normally take place on the server, my server, and also I share the good news about some other project that attached to wheelchair community. So this week, I mean last week, was able to, because of my tight schedule, so I was not able to post the invite because I normally write the post before the show. But this one is just about the activities of what I did that day, and I put them together for those that are now available to get the understanding of what we talked about. And during the show, I normally create time to explain what cryptocurrency is all about, and where they can invest into, and also open their eyes to the plan on the mainnet for wheelchair community, then also to explain easy desk and some other information that will help them to really uh, hand in crypto world. Then at the end of it all, the main purpose of my show and hangout is to create like an income for them, and also give them some giveaways and reach out to them. It will make them to see the benefit which your community can give to them and provide to them. And it has been what has been helping them to really stay on Steemit, and also stay to know more about crypto. So I just feel like sharing it to those that might be that might be on this server that don't know about what I used to do. Is I normally have it on every Tuesdays on my server, and it's always on voice, and it's a time to mingle, and it's a time to get some free tokens and reach out to the world.
That's awesome. And do you have that show on here in the Wheelshares community?
You said what?
I said your show. Do you have it here on the Wheelshares community like we're having now, or do you do it? Where do you host it?
Okay. Well, I have my community, and it's a project community, and I normally invite people to the server, and we have a voice chat there, not here, but my community. We have a voice chat. Then we do post review, just like the way we normally have it here, because the community is dominated by majorly 90, let me just say 99% of Nigerians are the people that are occupy the server. So it is a time for them to express themselves, because most of them here, they may not be able to express themselves because of different people from different country. But when they discover that there is a place whereby they can express themselves based on we are all Nigerians, so it creates free, open mind presentations, ask questions, and a proper guideline is being given to them. So it is an advantage to them, and is an advantage to the wheelchair community to reach out to Africans. So that is just my how will I put it now? My main focus of bringing out or arrange this hangout to my the people that belong to the server. So that's just the overview of the hangout. And I have other thing I normally do every day on the server, but this one is the main I would say main thing I really have passion for, because it make me to help, and also to make me to share and advertise what Wheelchairs community is all about.
And the best part is you allow other people to go on there and share their thoughts as well, which is really cool with all that. Well, thank you so much for sharing and getting that all sorted. Sorry for that awkward silence that we had there. But I'm really glad that you were able to come on and share the post. So thank you so much. Any comments or questions from any of our audience or guests? Such chatty friends. I'll tell you what. Well, very cool. Well, I think we made it down our lovely list of individuals. And it was nice to have a small group. It was so cozy. I feel like we were all at a coffee shop just kind of chit-chatting about life and whatnot. I wouldn't say tough crowd. I mean, no one's kicking me out yet. I mean, I think I got one Power Picks comment where it was like, get your life together. I was like, all right, I'm getting it. Well, very cool. Well, thank you so much for everyone for being here today. I didn't know which post to present of my own, but that is me. If you don't follow me, hit that follow button, people. If you hadn't heard, I am blogging my way to Europe, Australia, and only God knows where else. And so every post, unless designated otherwise, goes towards funding that. And with the crypto market crashing and burning every day a little bit more, it is truly every post counts. And last week I had an interesting week where I thought my whole world was turning upside down and burning. So it's a little bit of an emotional week of post that will be this week as I tell you about how I survived last week. I didn't die, so that's what's important, but I really thought that the end was near. It was a bit emotional for me, but that's all right. So if you'd be so kind to follow me on my journey, if you love what I write, continue to follow. If not, it's no problemo. It's been a blast hanging out with you here today and spending the little time that we did together. Thank you for sharing a little bit about you as my random questions. It comes from this random site I found with 200 questions that I absolutely love. So your numbers didn't really matter. I just scrolled down and picked a random one. But it was fun to hear you guys pick numbers. But as I mentioned, it was a blast having you here. Freedom every once in a while allows me to come on and hang out with all of you. So I'm glad I was able to do it this time. I hope he is well, and I hope all of you are well. And join us again next week. Same time, same place, but who knows who your host will be. That's always exciting. But Freedom will be back and give you all the news as well. You guys are awesome and wonderful. God bless you. If you presented today, please DM me your account name. Most of you, I have gotten it already, but if not, please go ahead and do that. Thanks for all the hugs, the loves, and the thanks and the hearts. Mwah! From your Brazilian American hubby Elizabeth. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.